was one of the worst qualifying performances I've ever seen. The only way is up from here, hopefully.
No more testing, no more practice. This is the real deal. And it's make or break here at Albert Park, home of the Australian Grand Prix since 1996. And home to round one of this year's Formula One World Championship. Just south of Melbourne's downtown business centre is the one and only Albert Park circuit. 3.3 miles of public roads, closed for the weekend of course, make for a bumpy circuit with little undulation. There are 16 corners around the lake and a couple of good passing opportunities here as well, thanks in part to the DRS zones into turns 1, 3 and 13. Here we are then, Formula One in 2020, the fight for the World Championship.
So hey guys, it's CHRONOS Gaming back with another video, and here we see we are in the Australian Grand Prix, starting at the back of the grid because of my low performance in the qualifying sessions, and now we are at the race. I'll try to get some good points over here so that we will be able to challenge the people in the Drivers' Championship. So let's see how it goes.
Let's hope for some good racing today. We can't know at this point how competitive these teams are relative to each other, but hopefully nobody is able to run and hide. We want to see these drivers pushing to the limit all the way to the checkered flag.
Off the back of a fantastic qualifying session, it's time to see how our starting grid looks for today's race. Valtteri Bottas lines up on pole position, and it's Lewis Hamilton alongside. Moving on to the rest of the grid, we have Verstappen, Vettel, Alexander Albon, and Ricciardo, Sainz, Ocon, Norris, and Lance Stroll, Perez, Kvyat, Pierre Gasly, and Raikkonen, Giovinazzi, Grosjean, Kevin Magnussen, and George Russell, Latifi, and Singh. It's almost time for those 5 red lights to go out. Then let's see who can prevail today.
And it's lights out, and here we go in the Australian Grand Prix. We are taking over the 2 Williams. Now it's Giovinazzi, Raikkonen, it's Grosjean, and now we are in front of Esteban Ocon. That was a good lead by us. And now we are taking over Carlos Sainz, Lando Norris, and now it's Albon. Side to side with Bottas over the turn, and we take over the lead. Now we are in P3. That's a good lead for us. Here we are. First Bottas, second Verstappen, third me. And now we are going to take over Verstappen in this turn. Verstappen taking the outer side, and now we are taking the inner line and we take over the lead. That was a good move by us. Here we see Bottas leading, second me, and now we are just behind Bottas, trying to make a move over here, but we couldn't because the gap was very less. And now we see we are just behind Bottas on his tail. Will we be able to make the move on the turn? Yes, we can. And now we are taking over the inner line, and now we are in the lead. So guys, it's lap 12, and now we have to quit because our soft tires are wearing off to get the hard tires on to get some more laps faster. Now here we are taking over our pit stop.
Go, go, go. Okay, Please stay clear of the white line on the exit. We'll receive a penalty for dangerous driving if you cross over into the track.
So here we are outside the pit lane and now we see we're just behind Alexander Albon and he is in front of us taking over the outside line. We're taking the inner line and now we take over the lead. In front is Sebastian Vettel, our teammate, and now we are having good grip on our tires. So we see here we are just on his tail, just taking the inner line. He's going for the outside corner but he couldn't just stick with us. And now we are with Max Verstappen just behind, taking over the advantage of the slipstream. He is taking the outside line. We are taking the inner line and now we are in the lead. And in front is Valtteri Bottas. We are in P2 now. That's a good place amongst the podium positions. And now we are in the slipstream, just going around the corner. And now side to side. And now we are in the lead just before the curve. And now we are in P1. In front is Latifi. And now we are overlapping him. Here we are just behind Lance Stroll and now he's just braking. That's wrong. The Racing Point cannot just apply a brake on the turn and not give me the space to go. Now we are just behind Sergio Perez and now we are just behind his tail, taking over the inner line. Sergio Perez locking up at the turn and now we take the lead. It was a bit late move. Now we are in front of Esteban Ocon. Front is Lando Norris. Oh, that's the bit of drift over there. Going a bit off-road, but still managing to keep the two tires on the track so that I don't get a penalty for that. Managing the car. And now here we are, just behind Lando Norris, trying to make a move, waiting for the chance, and now he just stops, applying, slowing down over there, and now we take over the lead, overlapping him. Now we are just behind Carlos Sainz. He slows down for us and giving us the way to overlap him. Side to side with Russell, and we take over the way from Russell and now overlapping him. And now because he gets a bit of aggressive move and he just bangs with me. We're just behind Sebastian Vettel now, and he will also slow down. Now I will overlap him. Just behind Alexander Albon, taking over the inner line, going side to side with him, taking over the lead, and now we have overlapped him. That's a good move by us. Here we see it's AlphaTauri. The two AlphaTauris are just behind each other. That's Daniel Kvyat going for the lap, and now we see here Pierre Gasly, because of some engine issue, he has stopped.
Be careful, the tyres have deteriorated significantly at this point. Complete, go now. Okay, you only have to stop once now. One stop left.
try to avoid apex, curb and apex turn 8.
Why?
Just because Sebastian had a suspension failure there.
Okay guys, so here we see that we are pitting again because of our tire wearing speed is very fast.
Release, release. You'll be able to push sooner once these scrubbed tyres are up to speed.
Got a few seconds. Okay, no talking now.
Exit, exit now. That was our last stop. No more scheduled pit stops. This is your final lap of the race.
That's pretty well. Good job. That's the performance we should have had yesterday. So.
Wow, what a race! Oh.
Fantastic drive, just fantastic. You deserved that race win.
So, another excellent win from Ferrari. So Anthony, what made the difference out there today?
Well, when you overtake that many people, I'd certainly hope you'd win the race. Their car was really effective in the slipstream here today, and the team would be pleased that they didn't cook the engine, given how long they were spending in the hot air behind other cars. They had a lot of confidence to push their tyres hard as well, especially going into the corners, which allowed for some late braking and some exciting passes.
Looking at the podium, you can see that red suit familiar to fans across the globe. A world-class win for a world-class team. Ferrari do it again. And now let's take a look at the driver's standings. Singh takes over the lead of the Drivers' Championship. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Anthony Davidson, who do you pick?
I have to give it to Singh. There was a lot going on all down the field, but they were the only one who I really felt maximised their potential.
It's time to check out the constructors' standings. Ferrari take the lead at the top of the table. After an event like that, who knows what the sport has in store for us next time? Be sure to join us again as we continue to bring you the latest excitement in Formula One.